Hi YouTubers, it's Mary. It's been a while since I posted an update. I did see my surgeon last week and I'm just now getting around to posting about it. There wasn't any big exciting news. In fact, it was more steps for me to jump through. So I guess that's probably why I wasn't in a big hurry to update about it, because it was a little disappointing. To be expected, because everybody's had hoops to jump through, but nobody had said anything to me when they told me they'd taken me in for the team review. So I was thinking maybe I was lucky and I didn't have any hoops to jump through. When the surgeon did the review of my medical record, there were two things that jumped out at him. One was I have what's called a poor secondary swallow reflex. Which means that sometimes when I swallow food, the first response is it gets down to about here, then every now and then it gets stuck. He seemed to see that as a problem. Frankly, I never did, because it sounds to me like the same thing that happens when you have lap band surgery and you've got some restriction, because they did a barium test to check it out, and the only response they gave me at the time was to chew my food more carefully. Does that sound familiar? And to pay attention and when I swallow, so that I'm not swallowing big chunks or something like that, because that's more apt to get stuck. Now, I saw that when as perfect practice for when I have surgery, so I already do have to pay attention to my food, so I would just have to pay a pinch more. I'm not too sure what his concern is, but that is one of his concerns. In fact, the words he used were, you may not be a good candidate for this surgery because of this. The other thing that he seemed to have an issue with is I'd had a barium swallow done a while ago because I was having pains in here, and they did all sorts of tests, an ultrasound, a barium swallow, and I can't remember what else, but they finally decided I just had a pulled muscle because I was moving from one house to another at that time, and they couldn't find anything wrong, other than they found a small hiatal hernia. They didn't recommend doing anything about it at the time, but the surgeons concerned that the hiatal hernia would be too close to where they put the lap band on the stomach, and it might interfere with stitching the lap band down and increase my chance for slippage. So again, he says you may not be a good candidate for the surgery. So after he talked about that, I said, are you telling me that I should consider one of the other surgeries? And he was immediately, oh, no, I'm not doing that. It's your choice. Whatever you choose, we will do. So I'm not too sure what all the talk was, but to satisfy himself, I'm going to go in for 2 tests. I'm not too sure what the one is called. Apparently they somehow check the pressure that I have when I swallow it, some way of checking on that swallowing reflex. So I don't know what it involves even. I hope it's not too awful. The other one is one that a number of you talked about. They're going to do a scope, where they put the scope down my throat and look at the hernia so he can say where it is and how big it is, so he can plan for the surgery. So I have to do those, although of course they haven't set a date for them yet. They told me they would call me, and it's been a week and they still haven't called, so I'm a little frustrated. I may take the time tomorrow and call them and ask them when they were planning on scheduling those tests. Other than that, I don't have too much more to update. Oh, I do have more to update. This is a little frustrating. I called the person from the clinic, actually from the bariatric department who handles the insurance claims, and asked her what I needed to do to finalize the claims. And she told me I was short 1 dietitian visit. And I said, no, I'm not short. They told me I needed 6, and I've completed 6. And she said, well, they've changed the requirement. It's 7 now. And I said, well, before a long time ago when I was thinking about this surgery, I called and they said 6. In December, before I made my first appointment, I called and asked them and they said 6. And she said, I can't help it. They've changed now. You need 7. So the next day I called the insurance company again and I said that I was told that I needed 7 dietitian visits. And they said, no, you don't need 7, you need 6. So I called the insurance woman up again, Lola, and told Lola that I had just talked to the insurance company and they reiterated I only need 6 visits. And her response was, well, it all depends who you talk to. Some of them say 6 and some of them say 7. So we're just going to make you have 7 so there's no chance of being denied. I can't tell you how frustrating it is. I made the appointments with, with the person she recommended, a medical person who could supervise my dietitian's visits. I'm not too sure what that was all about, but I just feel like I'm being made to jump through unnecessary hoops. The conspiracy theory person in me thinks they just want more money. So I don't know, but that's another hoop I have to jump through. So that's 3 hoops I need to jump through before I have a surgery date set. So I don't have a lot to report other than more gobbledygook from the hospital. I can't even say from the insurance company because it's not the insurance company at this point. I suppose in terms of the tests, I should be honest, it's nice to know that they're being careful and playing it safe, so they don't have any surprises when they do the surgery. It's just frustrating that they haven't called me yet and set up a date. And this other thing about the dietitian visit, it just... But slowly but surely, I'll work my way there and be able to say I'm on the other side of the other side of the line, and I'm looking forward to that. I've been a little careless with my eating habits this month. I actually gained a couple pounds, but I've lost them, so I'm actually the same as I was when the month started, and I'm trying to get back on the wagon so I can lose some more weight before the surgery starts. I've been playing with protein drinks so that when the time comes when I have to have them, I know what I like and I don't have to mess around too much with that. What else? I don't know what else. I've been following the new people on the Luther's bench. I'm half asleep right now. It's almost 12 o'clock, and I've gone and forgotten your names. I'm so sorry, but congratulations for Hot Rail 1. I know that you're one, and Anne is just having her surgery, so I hope to see her update soon and hope all is going well. So that's it for me. It's late. I'm wandering and babbling. Frustrated, I suppose, is part of the process. But I'm still following all your videos and enjoying everything you have to say and learning so much from you. I'll update as soon as I have more. Bye-bye. Oh! Notice, no sling. I'm out of the sling now and doing physical therapy. I still have pretty limited range of motion, but at least no sling. Bye-bye. See you next time.